What's up, Laker supporters? Welcome to another episode of Laker Chisme. I'm your host, Jacob, and I just want to put this up because, as you know, it's been a fucked up 2020, and we're still going through it. On top of that, there's no more Lakers basketball. So it's very upsetting that any type of comfort that we would get during this year is kind of out the window for now. There's been talk that it might resume like August or possibly July, but I don't really see that happening. Not not nationally too, because there's too much to account for with the virus going around. So we're probably just gonna have to take a break until next season, and hopefully the Lakers can resume where they were. What they built up the past, I don't know, 6 months. It's really disappointing, and I wish them well, and I wish health for everyone. But we'll see what happens later this season as the months go on. As for California, LA County, we're on basically lockdown aside from, a few essential things that we can go out and get. Um, Aside from that, the big news today, as of Saturday, April 4th, 2020, Kobe Bryant's inducted into the Hall of Fame as he should be. Um, if he wasn't already going to be prior to January, he should have been a shoe-in. There's no question. If he's not your GOAT, he's definitely one of your GOATs, or he's in your top three, your top five, especially depending on what era you come from, because basketball is all about your eras and when you grow up and how you get introduced to the game and how you take it in and who's playing at the time, what rivalries are going. Also, any superstars from your era, you're going to have a different opinion. So, fortunately for me, I came at the tail end of the Showtime era, and I was through the 90s as a Lakers supporter, whether they were winning or not, regardless of who was on the team, regardless of who was throwing the ball out of bounds. But I was just thankful that I also was there present for the arrival of Derek Fisher and Shaq and Phil Jackson and Kobe and Ron Harper and Glenn Rice and everyone who's been part of Laker greatness throughout the years, especially this is the Lakers celebrating their 60th year in Los Angeles. So, there's a lot of um, large, not credentials, but achievements that the organization has gained over the years, and it's great. It's great to see it. I hope that our season, um, well, not this season, but I'm excited for next season, assuming there is a next season. So hopefully all this stuff gets taken care of this year. And bottom line is, look at the standings. Excuse me. It's not that any team was perfect, but you can see there's a lot of talent in the league. But um, it's really LeBron's team. It's still LeBron's league. If you're, and that's transitioning, of course, just to put it in context, going from, like the Magic Johnson or even maybe the Dr. J era, Wilt Chamberlain, whatever. Prior to that, and then moving forward through the 80s, and you hit the Jordan era, still the Jordan Magic, Bird era. Then you progress through the 90s, which is still the Jordan era, but then it starts becoming the Kobe era. And then from the Kobe era, we get the LeBron era, because as much as people talk shit on LeBron and the Lakers and um, the Lakers organization, because they fucking don't like what the Lakers represent, and that's greatness and consistency and building up a dynasty, not building up a championship team, but going for more than one. That's the point. Is to You're not going to get everyone, but you can definitely shoot for as many as you need, given you have the right team and the right coaching staff, and that's what the Lakers have done. So with LeBron on the team, uh, I definitely never foresaw him um, getting to the top of the league in assists. I always knew him as a great player and a leader, obviously, but I always looked at LeBron like he was lacking a supportive team, not just the team, but maybe the organization to back him. And I think that's what he has in LA. And obviously, with Rich Paul, his agent, he's been able to build, I think, like a more solid foundation here than he could have in Miami or Cleveland. And I think that's the same for Anthony Davis. That's why he's out here, not just on the court and the camaraderie that they have, but also things outside of basketball, like whatever accomplishments they're doing. The Lakers just signed a contract, I think, with First Entertainment Credit Union. So that's great that they're going for the credit union model instead of the bank model. But just there's more opportunities that it seems like the team sees. And it's great having Jeannie Buss as, you know, the leader as far as the organization goes. Because, you know, the last few years prior to last season, we had a major void and the Lakers weren't doing well under Jim Buss. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the team, with free agency, since and Davis can, I think he can opt out this season and become a free agent. But hopefully that's just a precursor to him signing his max deal with, or whatever type of contract they can negotiate with the Lakers, because obviously we don't want to see him leave, and see what other role players or who else remains and kind of what the Lakers do in the offseason. Last thing I want to bring up is just Kuzma and his future, if he's going to remain, if he's going to be here for another season for us to see what he can do next season. I think there's a lot of dismissive attitudes in terms of what kind of player Kuzma is and being consistent. I think a lot of people forgot last season and how he started 80 of the 82 games during the regular season and what he did in those minutes, and why they're comparing apples and oranges. So they're trying to compare last season to this season. It's not the same fucking team. And, you know, it's just kind of annoying, especially when some of these sites are supposed to be pro Lakers and they're obviously not. They're just writing for a headline. So I hope he remains to see what he can do and he lives out the life of his contract as a Laker, at least for this contract. Who knows what the future holds, but it'll be exciting to see what the Lakers do in the coming months. And thanks again for joining, and hopefully you'll tune in next time. Thank you.